The first lie was simple. Humans believed it because it felt safe. The galaxy had blamed the Kyrell for the war. The Kyrell were tall, gray-skinned beings with cold eyes and sharp logic. They had fought humans for 20 years. Cities burned, worlds broke, and blood floated in space like red dust. When the war finally ended, everyone wanted a reason. Everyone wanted a clear enemy. So the Council said, the Kyrell planned everything. They lied. They attacked first. Humans accepted it. They wanted to believe the enemy was not like them. They wanted to believe blood did not matter. Commander Elias Vorn did not believe it. He stood alone on the observation deck of the human ship Resolute, watching a red star pulse slowly in the dark. His left arm was metal from the elbow down. His right leg carried scars that never healed properly. He had lost a brother in the war and a sister after the war when riots broke out on a border colony. The official story never explained those riots. The Kyrell were gone now, forced into distant systems, watched, controlled, broken. Still, violence continued. Still, humans died. Elias had learned something during the war, something no report ever mentioned. On a battlefield filled with smoke and broken bodies, he had held a dying Kyrell soldier in his arms. The creature's blood was dark blue, thick and warm. When it touched Elias's skin through a cut, something strange happened. His pain faded, his fear quieted, and for one short moment he felt understood. The soldier had grabbed Elias's wrist and spoken in broken human standard. "Not us," it whispered. "Blood knows." Then it died. That memory had never left him. Years later, Elias was called before the Galactic Council. Humans, Kyrell observers, and dozens of other species filled the chamber. Holograms glowed softly. Guards stood ready. The council speaker, a tall avian named Sarath, spoke calmly. "Commander Elias Vorn, you have requested to present evidence challenging the official cause of the human-Kyrell war. Be brief." Elias stepped forward. "I won't be brief," he said. Murmurs spread across the room. He raised a small device and activated it. A hologram appeared, showing a genetic map. "This is human blood," Elias said. "This is Kyrell blood." The patterns overlapped. Not a little, a lot. Gasps filled the chamber. "That is impossible," Sarath said. "The Kyrell are an unrelated species." "So we were told," Elias replied. "But blood does not lie. Blood remembers." He changed the image. Ancient star charts appeared, faded and cracked. Before the war, before the council, before most recorded history, there was an empire. Not human, not Kyrell, something older, something afraid of death. The Kyrell observers stiffened. Elias continued. That empire experimented with life. They split their people into branches. Some were shaped to feel deeply. Some were shaped to think coldly. Some were made strong. Some were made obedient. The image shifted again. Two silhouettes formed from the same base shape. Human, Kyrell. "We are not enemies," Elias said quietly. "We are siblings." Silence fell like a hammer. A Kyrell delegate stood suddenly. Her name was Threx. Her voice trembled. "Our ancient texts speak of the first blood," she said, "a time when we were whole. We believed it was a myth." "It wasn't," Elias said, "and someone knew it." Another image appeared, a symbol, the mark of the Council's oldest founding species, the Valerians. "They discovered the truth thousands of years ago," Elias said. "They feared what would happen if humans and Kyrell united, blood stronger than lies, unity stronger than control." Sarath's feathers flared. "You accuse the Council of manipulation?" "I accuse the Valerians," Elias said. They altered records, they staged attacks, they made sure humans and Kyrell would blame each other. A Valerian delegate rose slowly, tall, glowing, perfect. You have no proof, it said calmly. Elias smiled. I do. He nodded to the side of the chamber. The doors opened. A young human woman walked in, flanked by guards. Her eyes were bright, her posture confident. This is Dr. Mara Vorn, Elias said, my niece. Mara stepped forward. I was born after the war. I volunteered for a medical exchange program on a Kyrell world. Murmurs again. I was injured during a reactor failure, she continued. Kyrell medics used their blood to stabilize me, something never done before. She paused, then raised her hands. Blue veins glowed faintly under her skin. I survived, she said, and I changed. She looked at the Kyrell delegation. I can feel them, she said softly, their emotions, their pain, their truth. The Valerian delegate stepped back. This experiment is forbidden, it said sharply. That reaction alone proves my point, Elias said. Sareth turned to the Valerian. Is this true? The Valerian remained silent. That was answer enough. Chaos erupted in the chamber. Delegates shouted. Guards moved. The lie was collapsing. But lies never die quietly. Valerian ships appeared near the council station within minutes, weapons charged. A broadcast echoed across every channel. Humans and Kyrell are unstable, the Valerian voice declared. They threaten galactic order. We will restore balance. Elias stood on the bridge of the Resolute, watching enemy fleets form. Kyrell ships joined them, side by side, for the first time in history. A Kyrell commander appeared on the screen. Human commander, she said. Our blood remembers. Elias nodded. Then let's remind the galaxy. The battle was brutal. Valerian ships were advanced, fast and deadly, but they had one weakness. They had no blood. No shared pain, no instinct to protect beyond logic. Human pilots fought with rage and love. Kyrell pilots fought with focus and clarity. Together they moved like a single mind. When a human ship faltered, Kyrell vessels shielded it. When Kyrell systems overheated, humans rerouted power. They trusted each other without words. Elias's ship took heavy damage. Alarms screamed. Fire spread. A Valerian dreadnought locked weapons. We're not going to make it, a crew member shouted. Elias grabbed the intercom. All ships, channel open. His voice carried across human and Kyrell fleets. Listen to me, he said. They lied to us. They turned us against our own blood. But blood is stronger than lies, always has been. The fleets surged forward. The Valerian dreadnought fired. A Kyrell cruiser moved in front of the Resolute, taking the blast. Elias stared in shock. The Kyrell commander's voice came through, weak but steady. For first blood, she said. Human ships roared in response. They destroyed the dreadnought. The battle turned. When it ended, the Valerian fleet was gone. Some destroyed, some fled into the dark. The galaxy watched in silence. Days later, Elias returned to the council chamber. This time, humans and Kyrell sat together. No barriers, no guards between them. Sareth spoke again, voice heavy. The council acknowledges the truth. The war was built on lies. The Valerian seat was empty. Reparations were promised, borders reopened, joint worlds planned. But healing was slower than war. On a quiet world near a blue sun, humans and Kyrell built a memorial together, names of the dead from both species carved into one stone. Elias stood there with Mara and Threx. We can't bring them back, Mara said softly. No, Elias replied, but we can stop lying to their blood. Threx placed her hand on the stone. Blue blood shimmered faintly. Our people feared emotion, she said. "We were taught it was weakness." Elias smiled sadly. Humans were taught the same about logic. They stood together in silence. Across the galaxy, stories spread, not of war, but of truth, of siblings torn apart and reunited, of blood that remembered when minds were deceived. Some species feared humans and Kyrell more than ever. Others felt hope. Because if lies could last thousands of years and still be broken, then maybe no chain was eternal. Elias looked at the stars. Human stars, Kyrell stars, the same stars their ancestors had once watched together. Blood was stronger than lies, and humanity, at last, had stopped blaming the wrong species.